Hello, Startup Vision. My name is Odile Roujol. I'm the founder of Fab Ventures, Seed Stage in California.
Hello, dear. Thank you so much for being with us today on Startup Vision TV. So you were the CEO of Lancôme. You also did a lot of mentoring. You were also a business angel for a big number of years. So when you came back to the US, you decided to put all this knowledge to promote diversity and help underserved communities. And 3 years ago, you created the fashion and beauty tech community. Can you explain your vision and your mission?
Thank you for the question. Yes, for me, the Silicon Valley is the best and the worst. That means the best, it's people from all over the world, creativity and diversity. And the worst, it's first and foremost a tech ecosystem where the leaders of the valley are tech people and engineers, master in science, PhD in computer science and computer vision. So when you're a female founder and you want to create a retail company or a marketplace or a consumer brands, or where you're a Latina founder or Black founder, it's more difficult, not just because people have cognitive biases, but it's also because the business angels don't know that well that category and don't talk that much to you and don't want to invest when they don't have that comfort level. So I was lucky enough to be a business angel, as you mentioned, and as a mentor for many companies, I thought that the best would be to learn from each other in the pay it forward culture. So the first meeting happened at home 3 years ago. We were supposed to be 30, we were 90 in my house. So it was before the COVID with wine and cheese. And now I think it's 5,000 people that I've met. We do webinars in this period. And the positive thing of the COVID period is now it's cross-continent and webinars that are global with most of the time 100 founders that meet VCs and try to share their learnings, whether in SaaS, marketplaces, consumer brands, AI, and data.
And then after meeting all this community and seeing all those people, those entrepreneurs, you decided to fund this community. And FAV, Fab Venture, was born to fund innovative people who develop meaningful and creative startups with minority and female founders.
True, there are not that many VCs that are in consumer brands. Forerunner Ventures is maybe the most famous one with Glossier, Curology, Warby Parker. But before the 2 million revenues, it's very difficult to find people backing you because most of the time VCs wait that you do 2 million revenues. So for me, the idea was leveraging my network because I'm a next C-suite level executive in big companies. So I'm lucky enough to have corporate ventures trusting my skills in addition to the investments, family offices and business angels. So we closed the first closing in May in the middle of the COVID. And we do checks of 250K as an average. We can go until 500,000. The idea is to support and back founders that are purpose and data driven. So some of them are in femtech and women wellness. Some of them are tackling communities. Some of them are in clean beauty or sustainable fashion. So the latest investment is Bubble. Shai Eiselman is a young founder that is developing a company and line for teens and making them feel confident. And I'm very proud that she's already having a big buzz on TikTok, Instagram, and having great products that she has developed.
Yes, finally you give a voice and you give a possibility to all those people who are not in the same ecosystem yet. And that's the ecosystem we address with those interviews. And you bring expertise and contacts and funds to talented creators. And for example, you work with Dr. Elsa Jungmann, whom we know her well because she was a guest on Startup Vision TV, and she's a brilliant founder, really.
Yes, you're totally right. I believe in founders that have a community around them. And coming back to Elsa Jungmann, she's a PhD in chemistry. She's French, coming in California. She's believing in the true clean beauty movement. And she's creating a tribe, I would say, of women in STEM, women in science, that will educate the customers to better understand what I call the greenwashing. You know, many founders say vegan, non-toxic, and in fact, they claim to be, but the FDA doesn't control all the companies, so we have room to improve. So if I take Very Good Light, another company, they're about gender fluidity, and they're tackling underserved population and making them feel confident, especially in this period that was very tough for many people. So communities are very important.
And you also support two innovative eco-friendly startups which propose recyclable sneakers and a new type of fabrics. How do you work with all those founders? What do you bring to them? You bring funds, but you also bring other services, in fact.
I think the best to sum up is like the community I built with Fab Community. We've got a meeting every 6 weeks with the Fab founders, where each of them help each other. So coming back to Kintra Fibers, they're more in pre-launch. So they don't have any issue with growth marketing or organic growth. They're about sustainability and biodegradable fabrics. But still, they talk and they raise awareness. For Thousand Fair, they're already with big revenues in B2B2C. They're about sneakers that you can recycle. So they've got partnerships, they've got their community, they've got influencers. So most of the time, I do a few introductions, talents, we can talk later about boards, but most of them help each other just by knowing each other. So I'm very humble to say I had skills, but it's also to connect the right people at the right moment.
Yeah, it's really a community, like you said at the beginning. So what would be your advice to minority founders who are looking to be funded or develop their ideas? What could you tell them?
So first, and consistent, the community. Second, trying to raise with business angels around you. So that means very local. If you're in New York, Florence, it should be in New York. If you're in Los Angeles, it's easier in Los Angeles like I am. And then trying to build an advisory council that could help you one day or another to have an independent board member. Because if you talk to VCs, first, don't be transactional. Try to have a conversation, to post about them or to like one of their posts and to engage the conversation, not just to say, I need money and investment, even if it's true. So try to contact them 6 months before you need them to build a trust relationship. But the first thing they will look at is who is around you, advisory council, your community, and your team, in fact. So build that first, and then you can engage with them.
That's a great advice, really, really. And I can see it's very important for you, Odile, to make a difference in communities, in the world, in our lives. I can see that you're really engaged into that. Why?
I believe, especially in this period, that people are very lonely and try to make an impact. So maybe it's like being a veteran. I think it's more about helping people to grow companies that can make their life better for many people and our planet more protected by what's going on. So for founders, there are good days and bad days. And I think it's important when they've got bad days, they've got a circle of trust, not only dollars, but people that can help them and support them. So that's very much the positioning we've got. And by the way, if for any reason you want as an LP to join Fab Ventures, you're welcome.
Thank you for the messages, all the messages. Thank you, Odile, for being with us and sharing all those passionate thoughts. Thank you.
Thank you, Startup Vision. That's fantastic what you do. Thank you.
Thank you.